You blew up a beaver dam, Si? Or
somebody.
You were asking Stone?
Oh.
Well, I was at Stone. He come over and asked, you want to go blow up a beaver dam with me? I said, no, I'm not really interested.
No, that was a sure sign he's getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got slightly worried.
Well, hey, look, that just, it ain't much.
If you've seen
It's a big
1,000
explosion.
if you've seen
That's
1,000, you've seen the next one, right?
Well, hey,
Right.
once you've done it once, hey, write it off the bucket list, boys.
There's something about blowing things up.
Oh, I know.
Gives
Hey,
you
and if you'd have said, hey, you'll go hunting beaver tonight and pop them in the head, then I'd have said, well, yeah, hey, let's go kill a few.
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah, you got it right. Si, way more of a night owl than an early riser.
Right,
So.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I don't. I fix that. No, hey,
Sunrise ain't for him, boys.
no, that's right.
Only if he's still awake. That's the only time he sees the sunrise, if he's still awake. He ain't trying to get up.
It was a monstrosity of a beaver dam.
Huge.
We took 3-inch PVC,
And fill it full of
a 4-foot section of it,
a
filled it up
4-foot
with
section,
tannerite.
tannerite, and then stuck it into the beaver dam.
I got in the middle of the beaver dam,
That's right.
backed off 100 yards, put your goggles on. Boom.
Whoa.
Not
with
with a
that
rifle.
30-30.
And it went
Boom. Big
Whoa.
boom.
big boom.
Big.
Blow it up.
Oh, yeah. It blew a hole from me to you in that thing.
Well, I hope there's 3 or 4 beavers coming out with it.
Oh, it was.
All the limbs were there. I'd like to see 3 or 4 dead
It was a
beavers flying in
spectacle.
there.
Oh, Jordy had a drone flying over the top of it,
Oh, okay.
about 80 foot. And when he was watching the screen, he jerked to
When
get
it
out of the
blew?
way because some
It scared,
shrapnel
it scared him.
just came inches from taking that drone out.
Well, he a little skittish anyway.
Hey, well, hey,
Yeah.
live and learn.
And old Dan had some shrapnel blow by him.
Dan the Butler.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I passed him on my way up here.
Well,
Guns out, baby. He on that motorcycle with that one helmet that's too small, but them arms just blaring red, like getting burnt to
Oh,
a
yeah.
crisp,
Hey,
man.
when your arms are built like that, you can leave them out for all year long.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah. Bill.
Seeing him on that little bitty motorcycle, though, I'm glad he's still all in one piece.
Dan's a good hand now. He's trustworthy.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up with Dan. He's awesome.
How old is Dan? Y'all same age?
Like
No, I'm
40,
the
isn't he?
same age as his little brother. He's 3 years older than me.
Oh,
Probably.
so he my age. We're both
Yeah.
40 then.
Yeah,
Okay.
Dan's pushing 40.
There
He
you
might
go.
not be 40 yet.
but going back to the beavers,
Yeah.
that's a unique little animal
Oh,
when you get that right down to it.
I know. You seen his gas station?
Oh, hey, I'm
Oh,
telling you,
yeah.
hey,
That's what I'm talking about.
hey, they
Buc-ee.
slick now.
Seen his gas.
there.
Hey, they can make a dam that will hold water at the level they want it to be at.
Let me tell you something. A Buc-ee's is a beaver dam because everything that come by it stop.
Yep.
Oh, look.
He's a great character for
I
it.
got gas there a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "Good grief!" It's starting to get like
Too much.
the word's out.
Uh-huh.
We gotta stop telling people about it.
That one at the beach is shoulder to shoulder traffic.
Oh, the one at the beach.
You can only stop him on him when it's dark.
Yeah,
That's the only time you can even reasonably get in and out of that place. It's got to be dark outside.
That's the only reason my kids want to go to the beach.
Stop at Buc-ee's.
Stop at Buc-ee's.
to be fair, that is the highlight of going to the beach.
Going to the beach for what?
Buc-ee's.
Stop
gas
at,
station.
Stop at Buc-ee's.
You've never been to one.
He's never been inside.
I go by them.
We got to take him in.
And
I
he
don't-
goes in the
hey,
parking lot. He just
Look,
ain't going inside.
I never go in.
Well, I don't blame you because you're kind of the Buc-ee's.
Hey,
I mean, you probably should call Mr. Buc-ee.
Yeah, I mean,
He could probably offset your retirement a little bit if you just go in a few of them.
I don't get recognized a lot of places,
Yeah.
but it's pretty well a very
Oh.
high
well,
percentage
that's
chance
just
if I go in a
that's
Buc-ee's,
one of
somebody's
the
like,
reason I don't
"Are you
go
from
in.
Duck Dynasty?" I'm like, "Yes."
Yeah.
I've never been
that
in
one
one
episode.
and not taken a picture.
Me and Phillip was on a trip, and we was low on gas, and we was gonna go and get gas at a Buc-ee's,
Uh-huh.
and this thing got like 50 stalls.
Oh, I got more than that.
gas.
More than that.
Yeah.
And hey, there's lines on all 50 of them.
I know. They just like Chick-fil-A. They've tricked you into
No, I
spending
said,
money
you
with
gotta
them
be
and feeling
kidding
good
me.
about it.
And then
man.
Phillip said, well, you want to go get something to eat? I said, I ain't going in there to do it.
Not up in
I
there.
said, we would never get served.
Plus, they ain't got no strawberry malt.
No, we'll say this. You in and out quick. They got a system, son. You go in there, get your stuff, get out.
Well, hey, look, I just couldn't believe it because there's too many people.
And look, that's one of the best places on planet Earth to take a dump.
Amen. I was hoping that's where
You
you
got
were
your
going.
clean.
own little.
Good and clean.
It's not a stall.
It's a room.
Room.
Yeah.
It's a room.
It's a room. You got a whole room to yourself?
Oh yeah.
It's
Whole
private.
room.
You could take your lunch in there.
And there's somebody waiting.
Yeah.
With cleaning supplies as soon as you get off the pot.
Why is that in America that some of our stall doors have like a 2-inch gap between them and the wall?
Yeah, where anybody that walks in there can look in there.
It's weird. And it's like you
Yeah.
have to, if you got to take a dump, you
Yeah.
got to look, see if somebody's
It's
feet
like
are there.
they was trying to be cheap. You know,
Buc-ee's is doing it right.
put a half a door up.
It's weird. Have you ever made eye contact through that crack with somebody on the other side?
Well, I think
See,
that-
there's a lot of jokes here I can't
Hey,
make because of what we do.
I have seen people come in and they're looking under the stall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm
it's
sitting there taking a dump and they're looking under the stall.
I've never had that happen.
No, I have.
I've never time
I
out.
sit like this sometimes just to trick people.
Well, no,
I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
I've
They
never.
said, I don't know I'm in here.
How in the world? I've never had to wonder if you're in a bathroom or not.
Hey,
You give a play-by-play the
hey,
whole
I'm
time.
telling you,
Oh.
I'm telling you, the dude walked in
you-
and he's got some kind of phobia because, hey, next thing I do, I'm looking and he's at my floor level checking out what's in the stalls.
He might have just been seeing what you was made of,
He
man.
saw your socks and said, "Oh crap, is that Si Robertson?"
Yeah, he said, I gotta see what he's made of, y'all. Let's see if Uncle Si means what he says. You know, golly, see
It is weird. We need to all go to the Buc-ee's, all public
I
bathrooms.
wish I'd had a cap pistol. Because I'd have scared you know what out that
Oh my gosh,
But I'd have just stuck it on the thing to pow.
a cap gun.
Cap gun.
I ain't heard about a cap gun in a minute.
Oh yeah. I used to love.
They still make them.
I love the smell they put out.
Yeah, a little bit.
They gotta still make them. I say that.
Hunter, do you know if they still make cap guns?
You can get one off Amazon right
I
now.
think they still got them.
Oh, we
Hey,
need. we
no, I
need
know
one.
they have. Because here's the thing.
Get a real gun.
They make them too much they look real.
Too real.
Yeah, they make them look too real.
$8.39 right
Yeah.
there on Amazon.
Yeah, which is dangerous.
Oh yeah.
It's got the orange thing.
I'm surprised they haven't outlawed them yet. You know, they got rid of those candy cigarettes.
Those were awesome.
Yeah.
Really, candy cigarettes ain't a thing no more.
I think they outlawed that. They outlawed the Big League Chew. Remember the Big League Chewing tobacco?
The
That's
gun?
gone too.
I
Man,
wouldn't
what
doubt
has
it.
happened? They still make Rainbow, that multicolored gumball package. You know, it had like 10 of them in the thing. Big dummy gumballs. Those were good.
Oh, they got Big League Chew still around.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Big
good.
League's still there.
They even got Aaron Judge
On the cover?
in grape.
Well, then they ought to call it choke.
Oh boy!
Oh, sorry.
Big League.
Thanks for not showing up in the finals, Mr. Judge.
If you order some, it just never arrives at your home.
Yeah, especially when it matters. It'll show up when it doesn't matter. Sorry, Aaron. Who cares? My favorite part of the World Baseball Classic is that the U.S. beat the Dominican Republic on a controversial call. I'll give it that. But because we have somebody from the Dominican that works at Duck Commander now. So, like, I don't know anybody from Venezuela to talk trash to, but congratulations, Venezuela, by the way. But no, Luis was
We're
just
still
all.
keeping your president.
Yeah, we still got him. I don't know if y'all are thankful for that or not, but
I
we'll
think we
trade you
are.
a trophy.
Anyways,
But so, what you been doing? Nothing.
Not much.
Chilling.
Yep, not much. Watching a lot of TV.
How's your house coming?
I need to get a report from a woman. I ain't been over there.
Oh,
She's the one that her and Leah's go check it.
so for now, you're still Stone's neighbor and Johnny D's neighbor.
Yep.
you're real right beside. I've never see you, by the way.
Hey, I don't go anywhere.
Well, you're not at home.
The only place I actually go is here,
In church.
for podcast, and church.
And a church house.
That's it.
Well, we going somewhere next week. Or
What we got next
the
week?
week after next. We're going to Texas.
Yeah. Oh, to Texas.
Getting a helicopter.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the helicopter hog.
Oh,
hunt
yeah.
is on.
Hog hunt. Then he Jordan said, "Hey, you gonna do something else?" What's that? He said, "Go shoot a turkey." I said, "I don't care about shooting no turkey."
You turkey.
You don't care nothing about shooting a turkey?
No.
What? That's rude.
Why?
They got them at the store.
there-
I mean,
there
I
ain't
get
mu-
it.
There ain't much excitement about that. Okay.
Oh, it ain't too bad.
Well, they're not talking about shooting one out of the tree like you used to do.
Well, now I do that.
They're gonna do that.
I don't care about it. I don't care about calling them up there. I slipped in squirrel hunt one day, and I looked over and I thought it was just a turkey. So I put the slip on him. I get right up on him and shoot him and kill him, and he falls.
Buzzard.
I look and I said, "Well, he's got a red head, but it ain't right."
Buzzard.
You buzzard.
You done slicked you a turkey vulture.
I done slipped up on a poster.
Oh man, I still remember the first time I saw an ultrasound of the boys. You want to talk about life changing, man. When you see that heartbeat, that little bit of movement, it just hits you. That's life, man. Look, all over the country, pregnant women are being pressured to make irreversible decisions in moments of fear and panic. They're told to act quickly, leaving many feeling like abortion is their only option. But because of you, they have another choice. And that choice is life, right? Like at preborn network clinics, a woman receives what the abortion industry will never offer: compassion, clarity, and the hope of the gospel. She's given a free ultrasound and space to breathe. And more than 80% of the time when a mother sees her baby on an ultrasound at a preborn network clinic, she chooses life. This March, Preborn is hoping to save 6,800 babies, but it will take 124 partners saying yes every day. They're taking care of these ladies. They're offering support, counseling up to 2 years.
Diapers, wipes, all that kind of stuff. They're not just leaving them out there. They're setting them up for success.
Would you pause your busy day for just one moment and become a yes right now? One ultrasound is just $28, or $140 can help 5 mothers. Every dollar helps save babies and share hope. As Preborn celebrates 20 years of saving babies, there's a moment that can save countless lives for years to come. An ultrasound machine doesn't just show a picture, it introduces a mother to her child, and many clinics don't have one, nor can they afford one. Preborn's goal is simple and urgent: place an ultrasound machine in every clinic across America that needs one. If you have the means, would you consider a tax-deductible gift of $15,000 to save countless lives? To donate securely, dial pound 250 and say the keyword baby. That's pound 250 baby. Or go to preborn.com/dark. That's preborn.com/dark.
Hey, me and a buddy of mine, he's got a 36-inch 12-gauge single barrel goose gun.
Goose gun.
Bolt action?
No.
One of them bolt action?
No, this was, was it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I got one of them.
Yeah. Look, and we shot at a buzzard that's come over way high. That sucker chased us and tried to puke on us.
Because you shot at him?
Huh? Yeah. He shot at him, didn't kill him. I don't know if he hit him or not, but he shot at him, and when he did, that rascal just started, and hey, he is 150, 200 yards high, okay, and you could smell it when he was throwing it up. You talking about stink.
He was dropping bombs on you.
Whew, you talking about, and hey, somebody asked me when I was telling the story, so why didn't you shoot him? I said, hey, we was too busy running.
Trying to dodge a puke?
Yeah, trying to dodge vomit.
Mm.
I'm so
But hey, he just chased us for 30 minutes.
The buzzard?
The buzzard chased us for 30 minutes till we finally just went in the woods where he couldn't see us. So that's one thing you don't want to do. You either kill him outright or you better not shoot at him. Because if you shoot at him, he's fixed to bomb you.
He's slamming the table so hard, stuff's falling off the wall over there.
That was rough. Because you talking about stink.
Well, think about what they eat.
What did I say? I said, that's the thing. That's what, but you talking about raw.
I saw a bunch of them on a creek the other day. I was wondering what done got dead and bloated up and floated down that river.
Probably a deer.
No, buzzard.
Probably
a bunch of them, like 40 pack.
Oh, Phil was running, and there was about 20 of them in the road in a truck. And he didn't slow down. And hey, guess what? Next thing, hey, he's fighting the buzzard inside the truck.
It didn't kill the buzzard?
No, it busted through the window, and then Phil's fighting him, okay, trying to, while driving.
You've heard this.
He finally killed him.
He finally got him.
I would not want to fight Phil Robertson in the front seat of a car.
But
and on the flip side, I would not want to fight a buzzard there.
No, hey, my family has hit some wild stuff with cars.
Any humans?
Yeah. Well, no, not up. Hey, I come close.
He come real close.
So you don't like turkey hunting?
No.
It's fun.
They eat good. Oh,
hold on. That's my only problem, though.
What? They're good.
I mean, it is not everybody up here was trying to get me into turkey hunting, swearing up and down by it, and then they killed one and they cooked it up here, and it was just chicken nuggets.
That's all it is. Yeah, you turn it into Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
But
I passed 2 of them to get here, so
yeah, I'm just saying, sometimes it's more fun to spend a couple $100 and kill it and eat it.
Well, yeah, it definitely
just
is
go
fun.
buy it.
You don't like doing the whole.
What? No. Because hey, I'm gonna tell you what. No, it's dangerous.
Why is that dangerous?
Because I've seen film on TV where they was against the tree, and then the next thing that happened is, hey, the camera's flying one way, the guy sitting against the trees rolling, fighting a bobcat.
That's a lot of truth.
Or coyote.
I never thought
because hey, the bobcat heard a little pluck, 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 and hey, here he comes, and hey, he hit that sucker wide open, and hey, the camera went one way, the hunter went the other, the hunter and the bobcat went the other way.
Johnny D, you remember TK and Mike? TK and Mike.
TK and Mike.
They had a little bit. One of them sat on one side of the tree. He was
outdoors with TK and Mike.
And the other one was on the other side of the tree, and he was a goblin.
Yeah.
But they thought each other was a turkey.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Oh, WW.
It was wild to watch, okay, because this was about
he ain't talking about TK no
a minute and a half.
He's back to the bobcat.
You're watching a guy camouflage with a bobcat on him, and
there's been a lot of instances of turkey hunters shooting other turkey hunters thinking they were turkeys.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's
never thought about that.
That's
even
more scarier there.
What, getting shot?
Yeah.
Would you rather
that is turkey hunting?
Would you rather get shot?
Yeah,
or attacked by a bobcat?
Give me the bobcat all day. That's just a big, mean raccoon.
Yeah, but you liable to survive that one. You may get maimed up or something.
Oh, I was sitting on a log squirrel hunting
bobcat
one morning. And
I don't want
something. Look on the other end of the log, and it's a bobcat
coming at you.
Yeah.
He get you?
No.
Did you get him?
No. I shot though, and it scared him away.
You'd rather get shot than be attacked by a bobcat?
No, I'm just saying I ain't ever really thought about it.
Well, hey, either one of them's going to be painful.
Yeah, they both going to hurt.
Yeah, they both going to hurt.
And you ain't going to see either one of them coming, I don't think.
Hey,
that's true. They are.
I'm just saying while hunting, I don't know what you do about that, man. That's a toughie. I don't sound good enough to trick a human or a bobcat. Every now and then I can trick a turkey.
Well, that's like who's the guy that actually had to kill a ostrich?
Miller.
Male ostrich.
I was there for that one.
During the rut.
Mike.
Yeah, no, I was there for that one.
Mikey?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Martin saw that man get attacked by an ostrich.
I didn't.
Oh, your uncle
I saw
told
the
me that,
aftermath.
Your uncle Mac told me that, hey, one of them whooped him.
Mac's been whooped.
He got the pen with him and doing something.
Let me tell you something.
Next thing that thing did was jump up and kick him.
Uh-huh.
And hit him right there in the chest and knocked him out.
Oh, yeah. That's a big old chicken now.
And hey, I believe it.
That's a velociraptor.
Their feet are huge. They got three big toes.
Why you think I crawled over the top of my truck to get in it?
And one run him in his pickup truck.
It's the same one that hurt Mikey.
That he shot?
Yeah, same ostrich. Yeah, he scared me. He whooped him.
That's good.
Yeah, buddy.
He killed him in self-defense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing that the rancher said, don't shoot my breeding ostrich. And hey, what happened?
Got him.
Got him.
That ostrich had one thing on his mind.
Protect my nest.
Yeah,
apparently we got too close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get in his way.
Man, we didn't have no idea, though. We didn't go out there that morning intending on that to happen.
You never intend to be in an ostrich attack. I guess unless you're my Uncle Mac, who went in the cage with him.
Animals and birds, during that period, you don't want to mess with them.
Oh, that period, yeah.
The rut.
Yeah.
when that's in play, you don't want to get involved in that.
I don't know for our listeners how much you can hear, but Si the noisemaker is on a. I guess we took away his bells and bongo drums.
No.
He is slamming this table.
Well, we filmed that last one in Unashamed and said, hey, sit on your hands. Because we had 4 mics on one table. So he just making up for lost time, man.
I mean, it is wild. I feel like I'm sitting in an earthquake.
He over there looking like Mel Gibson on Braveheart saying freedom and just beating the snot out of everything, man. Like
I once saw Mel Gibson eat popcorn, and that is a memory I'll never forget.
Just leave it at that. Hey, look, here's what you don't let an old person do. Don't give him too much time to think.
Oh, then we're in trouble with
Right.
you.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
all
here
you've been
lately,
doing.
I've been in deep thought.
Oh boy.
About
And like when I was in high school, everything was Simon Says. It was big back in the day.
Okay.
Well, I come up with, hey, no, it ain't Simon Says.
We're losing the
Let's
mind.
go with the man.
the man said.
Yeah.
Really thought you were going to go with Si says.
What does Jesus say? So I'm on that kick now.
Okay.
That's your new kick? Well,
What would Jesus say?
What would he do?
Everything. And it was all I could stand to listen to Al, Zach, Christian, and John Luke. I started just grab the chair and go in there and sit down and get involved.
Lord, I wish you
Oh,
would
yeah.
have.
No, because I started to, because they had a good deal going on. I wanted to talk to Al, but I had to come over here and do this. Because I was going to tell Al, I said, man, it was everything. You took everything in me not to interrupt you.
Well, he's your neighbor now. You can go talk to him.
Well, no.
No, he was in there because when we
I was
got
in there
here,
for the
No, I
first
know.
hour. I got here an hour.
we couldn't find Si.
They couldn't find me. They said, his truck's here. He's got to be here. So I was in there with him.
You were the live studio audience on Unashamed.
Yeah, they had me as a live audience.
What were they
But
talking about?
They was talking about the Roman government, that Jesus showed up at that time frame.
0.
Which when you think
33.
about it is pretty amazing. The Romans were in control of everything. And then the power structure was just one individual,
The
the
emperor.
emperor.
And then they had governors.
And governors under him and
We,
stuff.
we stole
But
that.
what got me, they didn't realize, because Zach mentioned something about power. Well, what they don't realize is, hey, most Christians don't realize the power that God's children have. We've got Jesus' power.
Man, I got to tell y'all, I didn't think I'd be on another weight loss journey this year. After I dropped all that weight last year, I got stuck and thought for sure that was the best I was going to do. But boy, was I wrong. I'm just 6 weeks in, and I'm about 15 pounds down. But that's where the coach is so valuable.
How's your knees feeling?
Perfect.
There you
Look, the inflammation is gone just about. I mean, I can jump out of my truck now, no problem.
PhD Weight Loss has it figured out. Look, there's one thing that tells your body to burn fat or to store it, and most diets absolutely miss it. But not the team at PhD. They've built a plan that actually works with your body, not against it. So if you've tried all the diets, keto, paleo, fasting, and you're just feeling stuck, it's because they're all the same, and it's time to try something different. If you call now, they'll give you 2 free weeks in the program and pay for your food so you can finally see real results. If you're done with yo-yo dieting and want clarity, call PhD Weight Loss now and mention
Godwin.
no more guessing, just answers. Call 864-644-1900 and say,
Godwin.
that's 864-644-1900, or visit myphdweightloss.com.
So that's why I wanted to talk to Al. I said, because we don't understand really what's at our disposal. The scripture is, hey, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Philippians 4:13.
So really, when you think about it, hey, the power grid, and it's the wildest
the
thing
grid.
when he shows up and how he shows up, because you would think the King of Kings and Lord of Lords would because it shocked the whole world that he didn't go to none of the authorities, the people so-called that had the power grid.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't even go to them unless he was taken.
Yeah.
And then when they did bring him before the power, Jesus told him, hey, if it wasn't for my Father, you wouldn't have this power.
That kind of is the most gangster line in the history of the
Yeah,
world.
that's a good,
No,
that's a good mic
you,
drop.
See, that's what I'm talking about. You don't understand the average Christian. You don't understand what's at your disposal.
What do you think they thought when he told them that?
No. See, that's it.
Brave
It probably
man.
well, they probably thought he was insane.
Yeah.
Because hey, what the emperor told Paul that, have you lost your mind, Paul? You think you're going to convert me to be a Christian when I'm sitting here and I'm killing them as fast as I can.
Yeah, what a
But most people really don't understand because it was not a kingdom of what they're used to. This kingdom that Christ brought into existence.
Yeah.
But it'll never, it's pretty wild when you think of it.
There you go. Deep thoughts was
Oh, it is, And I'm sitting there talking about, yeah, I should go in there, but I'm
gonna stay right here.
He
I'm
said,
gonna stay
that.
Stay right here.
I'm gonna have a microphone.
I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Yeah, a little restraint or self-control because I'll take over this whole thing.
My question is, which one would you have knocked out of the way if you pulled up a chair?
They probably would. Hey, Al would have probably said, "Hey, welcome."
No, I know that, but you'd have
But
to
if you
get a
had
chair.
to pick,
Huh?
You was gonna have to get a chair.
whose
Who
microphone were you stealing?
Yeah, who you taking?
Hey, I don't need a microphone.
He said, "Hey, you can hear me."
Hey, I was so fired up. I would have talked loud enough. Trust me, without the microphone.
Oh yeah, I've heard you in church.
I'm serious. 'Cause
Yeah.
when I get fired up, I get loud. I'm like
Don't
James
say.
Brown in that instant.
You don't.
I'm
say.
loud and proud, boys.
Oh,
Especially when you're talking about the Savior.
It's a good one to talk about.
Oh no, I think I'll drive over there just before I can talk to Al about it because there was some questions I wanted to ask about it. Which they had a good study going though,
there you go.
Good.
What question you
and
got?
I said, well, I just
I just want to know if we can.
To
chat
me, the
GPT.
first thing I'd have said was, I said the Romans thought they had the power.
Well, as far as they knew, they did.
Yeah, as far as they knew they
Yeah.
had it.
Yeah.
But hey, in reality,
But imagine being them, man. Like,
oh no, that's why
because you got all of it. You got the power.
Yeah.
You got the money. You got everything.
Yeah.
Here comes this cat.
no, yeah.
Like saying, "Now do what?"
And look, and the reason, like you asked, what did they think? Well, they didn't know what to do with him. So
That's
they
what I'm
said,
saying.
hey, we got to kill him. Because they
Yeah.
really didn't know what to do with Jesus.
The Romans didn't have to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then like the emperor, they were scared he was going to take over his role,
Yeah, which he could have
Which-
at any point
Yeah.
that he decided to.
Yeah.
But he humbled himself.
But see, that's what they didn't understand about what,
Well, up until then,
it didn't fit their perspective of what he was going to be.
well, before Jesus, there wasn't really any servant leadership,
Yeah.
so to speak. So,
They were emperors.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were dictators. They were whatever name you want to put on
Well,
it.
no,
it don't matter.
dictator is a good name.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
Yeah, dictator is a
mean,
good name.
they called them emperors because I think it seems fancier. But yeah, it was a one person's decision. There wasn't, they had a little Congress or whatever, but still he outruled them all.
I actually seen one movie that portrayed a lot of
I took
the
6 years of Latin, so
rough stuff that the Romans did to the Christians.
oh yeah,
And it one of the best scenes of that movie was every time the emperor would walk through all the dead bodies of the Christians, it drove him insane because they all had a smile on their face, and they had just been killed by a lion. And when he walked by them, they all had a big grin on their face. And in his head, the guy that done the movie was great because in his head, he could hear them laughing. So it literally drove him insane.
yeah.
Because
I don't want to be an emperor.
No,
I don't even want to be mayor.
no. I don't want no public office.
no.
No.
No, not none.
I don't even like being in charge. I'm a good number 2.
No, because that's
You
me.
get the Oscar for best supporting actor.
Yeah, that was me in the military.
Sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't ever want to be lead.
I was a better soldier follower
Hey,
than a leader.
hold on. You sitting here all the time and say how you were terrible in the military because you couldn't follow.
Well, no, but I'm serious,
So that really says a lot if he was better at that than leading.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
They
was a
made me
better. I
sit in
was,
that meeting.
hey, being honest with myself, I was a better follower.
Yeah.
Because every time I was in charge, they left me in charge, and then when I made the decisions, they all went berserk. And tell me, you can't do that. And I said, well, hey, here's the deal.
Si spent his whole career trying to get demoted.
Y'all
quit giving me this clearance.
That's
Y'all
right.
Stop.
Put me in charge when you know when I do what I'm gonna do. Hey, you're not gonna like it.
Way harder to get a nap that way.
Yeah.
Way harder.
Once you get too important at work, you can't take naps.
Then people start looking for you.
Well, no, because when you're in charge, you're always the man that's you gotta be there to give them answers.
Yeah,
That's right.
Okay,
That's why
then here's what's so weird and funny about the whole thing: they don't like the answers that I give them.
No.
Well, sure. Well, that's like every hunting day before we went hunting every morning. Si was in charge of figuring out which blind we needed to go to.
Oh no, it was insane.
And every blind that he said we should go to, we went to the total opposite.
Total opposite. And that day that me and Jace had to fight, it was his fault and Phil's fault because I told him, hey, the flight's going to be on. You better go to the lake.
But that was the highlight of every hunt for me, was sitting there listening to him, Phil, and Jace arguing about where we should go.
And I just told him, flat out.
And I heard
y'all going to do what you're going to want to do. I said, but hey, when it's all said and done, you're going to be mad, at me because, hey, you didn't go where I told you to go.
I heard that argument thousands of times. And you know how many times they went with Si's recommendation?
Big goose egg.
Zero.
Big goose egg. And how many times did they screw up? Oh, quite often.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because if they'd have listened to me what I told them, if I said, hey, move the decoys over here a little to the left, if they'd have done it, would have killed a lot more.
That was also every morning.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing.
I would put the decoys out.
So you don't make a great follower.
No.
Hey, they don't like when I make a decision, they don't like it, okay?
Yeah.
They never have. Nobody does.
But you can make a decision.
But I can make the decision.
I'd put the decoys out. He'd say, move them decoys 10 yards over there.
But hey, for them, I know why they do what they do. Okay, because when Jason put out a decoy, most of them going to be on their end.
That's because we want them to die.
Okay, because so they want to shoot them. Okay, because hey, nah,
you gonna miss?
Nah, I ain't missed. Nothing gets out my end, son. Nothing. That's like Phil and them saying, "Hey, I don't ever flare ducks." Well, that's a bunch of you know what. Okay, because they flare ducks because they're the only ones that's got an open porch. Okay, everybody else has got a brush pile on top of them.
Yeah, it is pretty
Especially
funny.
yours truly.
You're getting fired up.
Oh no, I love it. That's why I loved hunting with them because hey, for someone that has done it for 50 years, you would think they would use common sense and be careful what they say. But no, they ain't careful. They just blurt it out, and I'll kill them every time they do it.
I finally figured out Phil was he was stoking that fire all the time. He had that poker out.
Oh, no.
Stoking that fire. He loved it. He loved it.
No, it was like when I think about that, when he said that, Phil liked to poke the bear.
Oh, he loved it.
That's because he knew he was the biggest bear.
He knew I would respond, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you poke this bear, hey, you're going to get a crowd coming, son.
Y'all know we believe the story of Easter is the most beautiful story ever told, but sometimes, because we know it so well, we can forget what it actually cost. What if this year you slowed down and considered the cost? That's actually the idea behind Tim Tebow's new book, If the Tree Could Speak, because it's telling the crucifixion story from a different perspective you've never heard before, the cross itself. Look, it's one of those books that makes you stop and think and really picture what that day was like. The illustrations are beautiful, and every page leads you to really feel the weight of the crucifixion moment.
You reflect, think, and deepen your faith. Reading it, you step inside the story and hear the witness and ultimately experience Easter like never before. It's hard to find a favorite point of the death of Jesus Christ besides when he was raised from the grave. But on page 71, he's here in this beautiful drawing between two thieves, and he says, "Today you will be with me in paradise." And that to me, that gives me chills thinking about that guy right there. And so they've captured every moment of the story of Easter, which is unbelievable.
That's awesome. Look, this one's worth checking out, y'all. You'll see the crucifixion differently than ever before. If the Tree Could Speak by Tim Tebow is available now on Amazon. Order your copy today.
I've had that all my life, According to them, according to the whole Robertson family, okay, including my brothers, I've never killed anything and I've never caught anything.
No, not once, huh?
Not one, okay? I'm talking about zero.
You sure kill a lot when you come with me.
Hey, well, hey, like Stone, every time I talk about this, Stone laughs and said, hey, yeah, no. Yeah. Because they said, yeah, you didn't kill anything. And I said, wait a minute. I said, hold it. I said, all of y'all, especially, I was pointing Phil, I said, especially you're educated. I said, you ought to know better.
Hey.
Oh,
okay.
Man.
And I said, let me give y'all a little scientific information here. I said, Jason, what have you got in your shotgun?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
What kind of choke?
Oh, with the chokes.
Yeah. And he said, extra full.
Extra.
And I said,
extra. Read all about it.
Yeah. And I said, how many ducks fell out of that bunch? Oh, all 25 of them fell. I said, well, I got news for you. You may, but I doubt it. You may have crippled one.
You may have crippled?
Yeah, maybe. You may have crippled one.
He probably shot one.
I said, but hey, when multiples fall, I said, you can look to the right of you down here in the middle. And hey, if you ask who killed them, I will simply raise my hand for you so you know who did. Okay, because hey, when multiples fall, I've got an open bore. So when I pull up and shoot 3 times, I've covered about a 6-foot barn door. And when I did it, the ducks are bunched up, and most of the 3 shots are right in the middle of them ducks that are bunched up.
And
I said, that's why, hey,
couldn't have flew through
the first 3 shots, 17 fell. And guess who shot the first 3 times?
Oh, man.
You shot 3 times before anybody else pulled the trigger.
Hey, before if you run the film back, you'll hear it. Boom, boom, boom.
Slow motion.
I've seen
That's
it.
right. 3 shots, and 17 fell. And then, they killed 7 because that's all was left.
Hey.
17 fell, and there wasn't but 25.
I'm on your side in this whole argument.
Oh, I used to.
I've only.
It was
I went hunting.
that's why I enjoyed hunting.
When I
enjoyed the dialogue.
When I duck hunted with you and Stone that one time, there was no ducks to be seen, and then that poor crow flew over, and Side had enough. He said, "Nope,
yep.
He's paying the price."
Hey. Flying back,
and it was far away.
That happened down there on Honey Break too. And then him and Stone tried to. Jason and Stone tried the next morning down there on the lake. They shot a box of shells apiece and could kill a crow.
I can confirm that story is not true.
That's bull. Hey,
they shot a bunch of them.
I don't remember who told me that, but hey, they said Jason and Stone both shot 25 times trying to kill a crow like you did the other day down in Honey Break.
One thing we got plenty of around here is storytellers.
And he's the king.
We got a bunch of.
I love it.
Yeah, you and your nephew. Y'all are the best.
Now, hey, he can hold his own in storytelling.
He is so full of. So he
don't ever doubt that, boys. Hey,
he's got
the only thing I'd take advice from Jason Robertson on is the Bible. Okay, because he knows what he's talking about there. But otherwise, no, there's too much BS involved. Because he is a storyteller. Well, one of in the top 10.
He's got a Facebook page.
Yeah, right.
And WE called me not too long ago. He said, "Hey, is Jason okay?" I'm like, what do you mean? He said, he should cut his leg off with a chainsaw. And what about some boy dying of hypothermia down there?
What?
That was during the ice storm.
WE.
Well, Jason put something on his Facebook, like he talking about almost cutting his leg off with a chainsaw. And he's got a little scratch on his leg. I mean, he did nick his leg, but it's a little scratch.
He was injured.
Then talking about old Cade,
With a hypothermia.
he got his boots started leaking and he got cold. I mean, he was shaking a little bit, but of course, Jason's story, it turned into he had hypothermia and almost died.
That's that lost some toes.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah.
that.
I didn't hear that one.
Amputation.
Good.
Because
Yeah,
of
he went
lost
through the
back.
whole thing. What was that on?
Had to be on
They were
Unashamed.
Unashamed.
Was it?
Well, he could take a story and just
Well, to be fair, that time he came in the honey hole for the Mia Moo thing and then told the story about it on Unashamed. Me and my dad sat there and listened to it. And we're like, I mean, there's definitely some sci flair to the whole thing.
What does I say? Creative license?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
well, you know what? Yeah, Jace's son Reed, who's also named Si, has that same talent.
Oh yeah.
That
Reed's
boy is
got
telling
it.
tall
I think it's the
tales
name.
his whole life, telling wild tales.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, whenever Jace told that story, because Jace don't have a lot of stories with me, but when he told that one, I was like, boy, we're really amping this.
Oh, you
thing
just
up.
ain't, no,
Yeah.
you just ain't, you got to know how to prime him.
Yeah.
Oh, if you get him primed, he'll tell stories. Okay.
Oh, I like it.
That's like me poking you. If you poke me the wrong way, I'm fixing to bite you.
I do have a fabulous Jace story from when I was in junior high, though. Whenever he was our Bible teacher, I was thinking about this the other day. He was Jace. How old is Jace now?
56.
54.
Yeah.
So I was
No, double nickels. He said last year he was
55.
55 when I turned 40.
I think
So-
our
56
birthday was
is right.
like a week apart.
so when
Yeah.
Jace was my age, he was out teaching the junior high boys Bible class on Wednesday nights, and he told us. I remember two things vividly from that class.
Uh-oh.
He said, "You need to look at a woman like a doctor does. He sees naked people all day, doesn't bother him at all." And I was like, that seems impossible. And then the line of the century from Jace Robertson to a bunch of 13 and 14-year-old boys, he said, I mean, y'all looking at these women on these screens. Hey, you wouldn't know what to do with her if she popped out of that scream. You'd scream, go, ah!
You remember that?
I remember
You were in
that.
junior high.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he told
He
the
said,
kids.
y'all looking at these women on these screens, y'all wouldn't know what to do with them if they crawled out of that TV. And I said, that was our Bible class. Checks out.
Yeah.
Oh, it made me laugh really hard.
Yeah, better than Phil's lesson to the junior high kids. All the different venereal diseases.
He
Yeah,
had
the
a
list.
Chlamydia.
he had a way of listing them off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Rapid fire.
You get them out.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Hey,
Phil,
good
though,
enough.
I have a great email
Go ahead.
that I'm actually very curious as to Si's thoughts. Mike from Nash County, North Carolina, emailed in.
North Cackalack, baby.
Good
North
country.
Cackalack.
Good country.
So when Phil was on, he called it BC Phil Robertson. I'm assuming this is when Phil was on the run. So he was prime Phil Robertson before Jesus. Would he have been able to outsmart prime Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Oh yeah.
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 All day long. Every day.
Yeah, because Prime Phil existed in a time where technology wasn't a thing. Like Dog track a lot of his people
With the cell phone.
with cell phones and stuff like that. Phil,
Hey,
I mean, even up until 2025, Phil Robertson never had a cell phone. So
He had one?
somebody.
no, I said
somebody,
he never had one.
Oh,
so
hey,
like,
Well, he had Danny
Hey.
Butler, but
well,
But somebody with him had it,
yeah.
and when he needed it.
But he would have cut off all communication
Oh,
with
yeah.
those.
Right.
That's why I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah.
Phil's slicker than Dog.
Oh, no.
Like,
if Phil needed to get away, he would have sent Dan the Butler away, and he could have never
Mhm.
been seen for 4 months.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he would have been slicker than Dog. Like, ain't,
Oh yeah.
ain't
Well,
no-
hey, look, Dog would have had to go in the woods. He ain't gonna find
A Dog had a pretty good gig. I
Hey,
mean,
he
they
ain't
were on
gonna
an
find
island.
Phil Robertson in the woods. I'm telling you.
Like,
No.
Dog
Okay,
was
I'm
a bounty
serious.
hunter of people on an island.
I'll give you an example.
Where are you going? Sometimes you take a bite of something and you're immediately like, okay, that's legit.
Tri-tails beef, Mark.
There you go. You know why? Because Tri-Tails is prime and upper choice beef from American cowboys and ranchers, and you will taste the difference the first time that you cook it. They're aged to perfection. They rival any steak you'd get at a steakhouse. No, they don't rival it. They beat it, far surpass it. And especially if you're cooking like the New York strip, praise God.
That's the one I was going to talk about.
Oh, you
Allison
can't.
cut that New York strip up into cubes and hibachied it, and it was phenomenal.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's that tender.
It's good.
I love that Tri-Tails is a family business. It's a 5th generation family ranch, and that same family is still responsible for every box of meat they ship to your family. They're still out there raising cattle, chasing calves, and packing your order by hand. The beef is rich and tender, and the marbling is off the charts. And you know what else we love? Military veterans and first responders get a discount. So, look, Tri-Tails beef is the real deal, and you're putting something on the table that reflects care, continuity, and something worth passing down. Go to trybeef.com/ to learn more or order your first Tri-Tails box straight from their ranch to your door. That's trybeef.com/ and you'll even get 10% off your first order, and they're throwing in some free meat for you. Go check it out. That's trybeef.com/.
No, I'll give you an example. We're
I wanna hear
hunting
it.
woodies on the roost.
Yep.
Okay, we think we hear the game warden.
Gone.
So look, me and him both.
Irish
Look,
goodbye.
me and him both, get underwater and grab moss and put it on top of our heads.
Wait, what? No.
I'm
No.
serious.
How are you
Hey,
breathing? Through the
look,
moss?
Hey, we was in high school. I'm serious. And look, hey, we stayed that way till like an hour and a half past dark,
Hiding from the game warden.
hiding from the game warden. And the only thing above water, look, is just where we can breathe with our nose. The rest of it is underwater. We got moss on top of our head.
Mm-hmm.
And we stayed there. This is in the wintertime when it's cold.
It's you and Phil.
Me and Phil. Okay, and look, hey, we stayed that way. I think it gets dark at 5:20.
Yeah, ducks.
In the wintertime?
It'd have been 5:20,
Hey,
5:30.
was
something.
it duck
We
season?
do not move until 7:30. We sit there
During this story alone,
in the cold water
time doubled.
for an hour and a half. Okay,
Back down to
wet
2 hours.
moss on top of our head, and then when they was there. They built fires on both sides of the swamp. Hey, we walked 15 miles south, cut back, and then walked 15 miles back to the house.
Yeah.
We got in like at 4:30 a.m.
Oh.
And we had like 30 ducks in a tow sack. Okay, so hey, the next day we're down at the store buying some stuff for Mama, and they're in there. So I went, well, I said, did y'all sleep there last night? We laughed and said, sleep where? And they said, down there in Grimes, swamp. They said, we ain't been down there. And they said, your car's still parked down there. I said, oh, we done that like a week ago. We was picking pecans, out of Grimes' orchards. We'd pick 100 pounds of pecans off his orchard and then sell them.
You were stealing pecans?
Yep.
Now, bar.
Oh, poaching.
Bar.
Okay, no.
Poaching. Hey, no, it grows wild. It's free.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I like how you described it as an orchard and then called it growing wild.
Well, hey, it is. Of course, going
My
wild.
favorite part is Phil and Si only knew about property lines once they got property.
Yeah, I was fixing to
That's
say.
it. That's
Before they
that's
had
when it
property,
that's when it become important.
yeah, when they were the ones with the property,
Yeah.
all right, this matters.
I will say this though, Phil was very lenient on people that would poach on him.
Unless it was
Yeah.
a pig.
Well, that's right.
He does not lenient on pigs poaching on him.
No,
Oh,
No, the animal.
the animal.
Yeah.
No, human beings.
I think he had a soft spot for rednecks that like poaching.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Wherever did he develop that from?
Yeah. Yeah. He saw a little bit of him in all of them. you know.
That's right. That's right. So I don't hate on him either. I mean,
But he also, I'll tell you what about Phil, by that time in his life too, he saw it as a great time to share the gospel with them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no,
Right.
yeah.
Oh,
You were
that's
about to
when
be
they
a
were-
captive audience.
When they were scared out of their mind by that man walking up on you that you just got caught poaching,
yeah.
that was a good time.
Yeah.
They were going to be as open to anything you said as any moment of their life.
Or
So,
running his hoop
They
nets.
wasn't gonna
Yeah.
say, hey, sit down there, son. I got a story to tell you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
You're
was going to
fixing-
use it.
You was gonna listen.
Yeah. He was going to use it as an
Hey, he had the
opportunity.
16 gauge, in his hand.
Yeah. Or 22.
Oh, he had some kind of weapon in his hand.
Yeah.
Hey,
He didn't-
I wasn't
16.
messing with them sands of weapons.
Yeah. Phil Robertson went anywher half cocked.
How do you tell that old boy is that we can either have a Bible study or a gunfight? I'm ready for both.
Yeah. I'm ready for either.
Yeah.
And he's a bit of an imposing figure either way.
You ain't never have to worry about me. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Y'all
wee.
slept in a swamp underwater for 2 hours.
Hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hour and a
I
half.
don't believe some of those details, but I'm sure it happened.
I ain't ever slept in
Hey.
the water, but buddy, I have reconvened with my buddies down the road because I thought we heard something like somebody coming. But I'll get out of there quick on you.
No,
Yeah,
hey,
you ain't going.
well,
You would have been like Phil in that
Well,
Duck
no,
Dynasty
here's the
episode, just
thing.
disappeared.
I've
seen him
done
the
it.
next day.
I've done it. I've
Bill-
taken guns apart, thrown pieces in different areas.
Hey.
Just we'll get them.
Bill
back at some
had
point.
some sixth sense.
About Warden.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
game
Oh,
wards. I'm telling you.
that one with the
Round
one with the round spectacles,
Yeah.
that beat anything I ever saw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His old boy sitting in a pickup truck with round spectacles on. Okay.
That's him.
Acting like he
You know,
was
and
fishing.
Bill said it when he come back.
Federal
He said,
man.
boys, we said what? He said game warden.
Federal man.
Bed.
He said that's federal man right there. We said what? You had in your mind. Well, the next morning when we got in the blind, we kept seeing wood ducks get up in front of us, in front of the blind,
True story.
all morning long. Finally he come out, and said, Mr. Robertson, how you get in that blind, duck blind? Bill said, it's been in the back. He said, well, how many of y'all killed? He said, you know exactly
He
how many
said-
we
Bill
killed.
said,
Been
"You
out there
know."
all morning.
You know.
He said, I knew you been there. I knew you was there. He said, how'd you know? He said, hey, you scared up Woodies all the way from coming in.
Oh, man.
And then when he said, hey, how did I get, what's the easiest way to get out of here? Bill said, same way you come in.
Way you came.
Well, you came.
So he had us all trained on what to tell the GW. Here's my gun. Here's my license. Here's my ducks.
That's what all of us said.
That's all you say. Nothing
That's
else.
all you said. He said, hey, you had a good morning? We just,
Here's my gun. Here's my license. Here's my
Then he said it again. You'd say, hey, here's my shotgun. Here's my license. There's one duck that I killed. Okay. And hey, here's 4 shells.
Oh.
That's it. Don't give them any information.
No.
Like you're playing poker. You don't say nothing.
No.
That's funny. PR. A legend.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Well,
where did the time go?
Well, hey,
out of here.
you got a good verse for us?
I do. Are you ready for this? One's for Si. I think he's going to like this one. It goes along with his Roman
Give to Caesar what Caesar's.
incorrect.
Oh.
Nah,
Correct.
of all the Bible verses that I'm kind of like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
for real? Like,
Why'd you have to put that one in there, bro?
really? Are we sure?
Oh,
Daniel,
I think it's going to have something to do with power.
it just might.
Power.
Daniel 2:21. He changes times and seasons. He disposes kings and raises up others. He gives wisdom to the wise and knowledge to the discerning. So ain't nobody in power that God didn't put there. And if they ain't going to stay there, he going to get rid of them. There you go.
He puts them in there and takes them out.
There it is.
Mhm.
So that's all I got.
Hey,
There you go.
that's a good one.
There you go. All right. We'll see y'all next time. What's the opposite of greetings and salutations? Farewell.
So long and farewell.
We're out.